Hi everyone, welcome back. In this lesson you are going to talk about the Glassmorphism. I will show you how to achieve this look in Adobe XD. You can find this project inside the resource folders, download it and open it, and together we are going to recreate this glass credit card. So the first thing that you are going to do is to create a new artboard. I'll go to the artboard and create a web size artboard, and then you are going to create a rectangle. Go to the rectangle, create a background. Sometimes you accidentally click on the artboard itself, that's why that happened. Okay, we will choose the gradient. You already know about the gradient, and we are going to use the color picker, get the color from here. For this one as well, click on it, choose the color picker, get the color from here. Okay, now we have the background ready. We can move it down with 3D. In the next lesson we are going to talk about the 3D transference, but for now keep it like this. And next thing, we are going to copy this text. We don't need to recreate it, and also this one as well. Because 3D is enabled for this scene, it is behind the background now. I'll just make it smaller and disable the 3D. Okay. Now let's create these circles. I'll just make a circle like this. And then we are going to change the color. We will make it gradient. And then we will use the color picker. But obviously we don't need to use color picker like this because it will take only fill. We need to come over here, make it a linear gradient again. Make it linear gradient and choose these points, and then you are going to use the color picker from here and get the color from this circle. Okay, we have something like this now. I'm going to disable the border and duplicate it, press on the Alt and move it up. I'm accidentally clicking on this text behind it. Adobe XD has this very annoying problem. For example, in this case you have text behind the circle. When we try to move it with the mouse, it will always select the text. So right now I'm using the keyboard arrows to be able to move it. So right now it's outside of the text, that's why I'm able to move it with the mouse. Let's change the color for this one as well. We'll make it blue. Okay. I will select this text and lock it, but even if I lock this one, when I try to select this one and move it, it will still click on the locked one. Even though it's locked, you're still clicking on it. This is very annoying. I hope Adobe XD fixed this. Right now I'm using the arrow keys to move this circle down. Now we are going to create the glass effect card. I'm going to use the rectangle tool. I'll make a rectangle. I'm going to copy this sample. Let's bring this in the new artboard. Click on it, Control C, or press on the Alt and move it over here. We are going to rotate it. Let's move this down. Okay. I'll make it a bit bigger. Like this, you're good. So right now we are going to recreate this card. I just rounded the corners a bit. Next thing we are going to do is to enable the background blur. Now let's play with these settings, the opacity and amount of the blur. We will make this one 33 and this one we will make it 0 again. Okay, one thing I'm going to do is to delete this annoying text. I will unlock it, right click on it, unlock and remove it. We will remove it for now because it's very annoying. Okay, now we are going to change the color for the border to white, and we will make the size 0.5. Next thing, to create a glare effect, we are going to copy this and paste it in a place. We will use Ctrl C, Ctrl V. And we are going to use the gradient color on it. We will move the points to this side and this side. And then we are going to disable the background blur for it. And then we are going to go to the gradient. For this one, we will make it white and bring down the opacity to 0. So here is the opacity, bring it to the 0. And we are going to move this up a bit. Yeah, let's keep it like this. And we're going to bring the opacity for the whole layer down like this. Okay, the next thing, I'm going to make this one a bit thinner. So I will click on it. And we are going to make it a bit thinner for both layers because you have 2 layers now. And then for the glare layer, which is this one, I'm going to disable the border. We don't need that. Okay. And I think I'm going to change the corners. Let's make it 60. Yeah, 60 is good. You'll do this for both layers because we have 2 layers. Okay, for this one, we're going to make it 60 as well. Okay, now we are good. The next thing we are going to do is to add the text. We are going to use the text tool and write payment. Wow, I have a very big font. We are going to bring down the size. Let's make it 11 for now. We are using Rubik. We are going to change it from bold to light. Okay, and let's move it to its place. It's good like this. Let's add the dot. Okay, and you are going to bring down the opacity for it a bit. Let's keep it like this. I'll go to the icon design or icon for design. We have this plugin we already installed together. I'll search for the card. We are going to use one of these icons. I will use this one. Here is it. I will move it over here, and you're going to change the color to white. And then we are going to enable the background blur for it. And let's increase the opacity a bit. Okay, now we have that. The next thing we are going to do is to do the Apple logo. I will search for Apple over here. Here we have the logo for the Apple. I will add it. Let's move it over here. Actually, I'm going to edit it over here first. Let's make it white, or actually we are going to give it a gradient color, linear gradient. And then we are going to make this side, which is this one, white, and the other side we will make it white and bring down the opacity to 0. Let's move this up. Just like this, we created this very nice effect on Apple logo. Okay, now let's move it over the card. It should be in the middle, a bit on the top. And next thing we are going to add the name. I will duplicate this text. Over here I'll write my name, Alan Ayubi. And then you're going to change it from light to medium. And you're going to make it smaller. Make it 8. Okay, now we have it here. Perfect. Now we are going to create the number. I will duplicate this logo, bring it over here, and then I will use the text tool to write the number on the card. I'll just write a random number. Okay, let's make this logo very small to fit with this one. Okay, for the number, I'm going to enable the background blur and increase the opacity a bit over here. Let's group them together. I select both of them and I group them. Now let's rotate them and put it in its position. Sometimes the rotation tool doesn't appear in all of the points. You have to try and see in which point the rotation will appear. Okay, let's move this down a bit. I may rotate it a bit. Actually, I'm going to use a ruler to make sure that this is right, or this is aligned with the other things. So you know how to use ruler. You'll go to the side of the artboard and drag a line like this. And now let's rotate it like this. Now it's good. I will double click on the group and make this one smaller and then move it to the right place. And just like this, we created our card. I'll move it down a bit to be aligned with the name. And now we are going to select everything and we will group them. First, I will click on the background to lock it so we don't select it. I will select everything about this card and group them together. Right click and group. And I will make it a bit thinner maybe. Okay, now let's move it over here. And I will move these circles behind it to show the beauty of Glassmorphism. And this is how you create a Glassmorphism effect. You can use this for anything. Many people use this for icons. It's a very nice effect. And now it's your time to go ahead and practice on this file. You can find this file in the resource folder. I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye bye.